I simulated 10 seasons of F1 22, and some of these results may shock you. Which driver and team will dominate the decade? Stay tuned to find out. My name is Chris, welcome back to CF Racing, and enjoy the video. Welcome everybody to the first simulation of F1 22 and in the F1 2022 game cycle. My name is Chris, otherwise known as CF Racing, and we are simulating 10 years of F1 22. This one is going to be a very basic simulation, as this is my first simulation on this game. So what I did is get a regular starting car in the game, upgrade absolutely nothing for 10 seasons, use, I believe, Alessio Deletta as my second driver for 10 seasons, just in case I don't really have any good results. And I put everything on default settings. I didn't change anything, change no acclaim, change no resource points, change no AI stuff. So that being said, guys, if you want to see more simulations like this, hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends, join my Discord, link is in the description. And with that being said, guys, enjoy the simulation. In 2021, Charles Leclerc ends up winning the World Drivers' Championship, taking 15 wins on the year, taking 496 points to finish in P1. Max Verstappen takes 3 wins, 348 points to finish in P2. Carlos Sainz takes 1 win, 299 points to finish P3. George Russell takes 1 win, 297 points, good season for him, to finish in P4. And in P5 with 2 wins, 271 points is Lewis Hamilton. Ferrari win their first Constructors title since 2008, followed by Mercedes in P2, Red Bull P3, Alpine P4, McLaren P5, Alfa Romeo P6, AlphaTauri P7, Haas P8, Aston Martin P9, and Williams in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Sebastian Vettel and Valtteri Bottas decide to retire from Formula 1, so that moves George Russell to Alfa Romeo, Kevin Magnussen to Aston Martin, Mick Schumacher to Aston Martin, Goat Tiffy goes to Haas, Roy Nissany for some reason goes to Haas, Oscar Piastri, big move there, goes to Mercedes, and Lance Stroll goes back to Williams. And at the end of 2021 going into 2022, there is a regulation change to the power and chassis departments, which could shake up the grid going into next year. In Season 2 in 2023, Max Verstappen takes 8 wins on the year, takes 438 points, not 408 points like it says on the screen, to win his second ever World Drivers' Championship. In P2 is Charles Leclerc taking 6 wins, 428 points to finish in P2. Lewis Hamilton takes 6 wins, only 298 points to finish in P3. Lando Norris takes 270 points, no wins, finishes P4. Fernando Alonso takes 2 wins, 263 points to finish in P5. And Carlos Sainz takes 1 win, 262 points to finish in P6. Ferrari win their second consecutive Constructors title, Red Bull move up to P2, McLaren finish P3, Mercedes P4, Alpine P5, Alfa Romeo P6, Williams P7, Aston Martin P8, AlphaTauri drop down to P9, and Haas finish in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Daniel Ricciardo decides to retire from Formula 1, Esteban Ocon goes to Alfa Romeo, Zhou Guanyu goes to Alpine, Oscar Piastri goes to Haas, big downgrade for him, Robert Schwartzman goes to McLaren, Nicholas Latifi goes to Mercedes, big move for him. And in the regulation change department, there is a regulation change to aero and durability, which could shake up the grid going into 2024. Season 3, 2024, Max Verstappen becomes a 3-time world champion, taking 13 wins on the year to finish in P1. Charles Leclerc takes 6 wins on the year to finish in P2. Lewis Hamilton, still running up there, takes 3 wins on the year to finish in P3. Carlos Sainz takes no wins but finishes in P4. And Sergio Perez takes 1 win on the year to finish in P5. Red Bull win their first Constructors title since 2013, followed by Ferrari in P2, Mercedes P3, Alpine P4, Alfa Romeo P5, McLaren P6, AlphaTauri P7, Williams P8, Aston Martin P9, and Haas once again in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Lewis Hamilton retires from Formula 1, and with this record, he actually has won a race in every single season, so congratulations, Lewis Hamilton. Robert Schwartzman goes to Haas, Oscar Piastri goes to McLaren, and Liam Lawson goes to Mercedes. Going into 2025, there are no regulation changes. In 2025, Max Verstappen becomes a 3-time world champion in this simulation as he takes 13 wins on the year to finish in P1. Charles Leclerc takes 8 wins to finish in P2. Fernando Alonso takes no wins but finishes in P3. And Liam Lawson surprisingly takes 1 win to finish in P4. P4. Red Bull win their second consecutive Constructors title of the simulation, followed by Ferrari in P2, Mercedes P3, Alpine P4, McLaren P5, AlphaTauri P6, Alfa Romeo P7, Williams P8, Aston Martin P9, and Haas in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Liam Lawson goes to Alfa Romeo, Esteban Ocon goes to AlphaTauri, Oscar Piastri goes to Haas again, Pierre Gasly goes to McLaren, and Roy Nissany partners Nicholas Latifi in Mercedes. That's going to be a very crazy driver lineup. And in the regulation change department, there is a regulation change to power, chassis, and durability, which is sure to shake up the grid going into 2026. In 2026, Max Verstappen wins his 4th consecutive World Drivers' Champion, taking 12 wins on the year to finish in P1. Fernando Alonso takes 4 wins on the year to finish in P2. George Russell takes 5 wins on the year to finish in P3. And Charles Leclerc, worst season so far, takes 1 win on the year to finish in P4. Red Bull win their 3rd consecutive Constructors title of the simulation, and that moves Alpine actually up to P2. Very big change there. Ferrari P3, Alfa Romeo P4, AlphaTauri P5, McLaren P6, Mercedes drop down 4 spots to finish in P7, Aston Martin P8, Williams P9, and Haas in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Sergio Perez retires from Formula 1, Roy Nissany moves to Alpine, Zhou Guanyu goes to Mercedes, and Yuri Vips goes to Red Bull. In the regulation change department, there is no regulation change. In 2027, Max Verstappen wins his 5th consecutive World Drivers' Championship, taking 13 wins on the year to finish in P1. Charles Leclerc takes 3 wins on the year to finish in P2, and Lando Norris actually takes 6 wins on the year to finish in P3. Red Bull win their 4th consecutive Constructors title of the simulation, followed by McLaren in P2, Ferrari P3, Alfa Romeo P4, Alpine P5, AlphaTauri P6, Mercedes P7, Haas actually aren't in dead last, and they move up to P8, Williams P9, and Aston Martin in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Lance Stroll decides to retire from Formula 1, Christian Lundgaard goes to Alpine, Fernando Alonso goes to Red Bull, and Yuri Vips moves to Red Bull. And in the regulation change department, there is a regulation change to the aero departments, which could shake up the grid going into 2028. In 2028, Max Verstappen wins his 6th consecutive World Drivers' title, taking 12 wins on the year to finish in P1. And Charles Leclerc has a great season as well, taking 10 wins on the year to finish in P2. Red Bull win their 5th consecutive Constructors' title, followed by Ferrari in P2, McLaren in P3, Alfa Romeo P4, AlphaTauri P5, Williams move up to P6, great job for them, Alpine P7, Mercedes P8, Haas P9, and Aston Martin in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Alexander Albon surprisingly retires from Formula 1. Christian Lundgaard goes to AlphaTauri. Oscar Piastri finally makes a move to Alpine. Yuki Tsunoda goes to Haas, and Felipe Drugovich goes to Williams. In the regulation change department, there is no regulation change. In 2029, Charles Leclerc wins his 2nd ever World Drivers' Championship, taking 11 wins on the year to finish in P1, and Max Verstappen takes 11 wins on the year to finish in P2. Verstappen had 4 DNFs to Leclerc's 1. That's why Charles was close enough and had enough points to win the World Drivers' Championship. Red Bull win their 6th consecutive Constructors title, followed by Ferrari in P2, McLaren P3, Alfa Romeo P4, Mercedes P5, AlphaTauri P6, Haas P7, Alpine P8, Williams P9, and Aston Martin in dead last. In the driver transfer market, shock retirement here as Max Verstappen retires from Formula 1. Dan Ticktum goes to AlphaTauri, and Esteban Ocon goes to Red Bull to replace Max Verstappen. And in the regulation change department, there is a regulation change to the power units. In 2030, Season 9, Charles Leclerc becomes a 3-time World Drivers' Champion, taking 12 wins on the year to finish in P1. Lando Norris takes 7 wins on the year to finish in P2. Carlos Sainz takes 273 points to finish P3, no wins. Same with Pierre Gasly, as he takes no wins, but 252 points puts him into P4. George Russell takes 2 wins on the year to finish in P5. And Fernando Alonso, still racing at the age of around 50, I believe, takes 225 points and 1 win to finish in P6. Ferrari win their 3rd Constructors title of the simulation, followed by McLaren in P2, Red Bull P3, Alfa Romeo P4, Haas P5, Mercedes P6, Williams P7, AlphaTauri P8, Alpine P9, and Aston Martin in dead last. And in the driver transfer market, Mick Schumacher goes to AlphaTauri and Dan Ticktum goes to Aston Martin. Basically just a driver swap there. And lastly, in the regulation change department, there is a regulation change to aero, chassis, and durability going into Season 10, so hopefully this will create a crazy final season for us all. In Season 10, 2031, Charles Leclerc becomes a 4-time world champion, taking 13 wins on the season, followed by Lando Norris taking 5 wins on the year to finish in P2. Fernando Alonso takes 2 wins on the year to finish P3, followed by Carlos Sainz taking 1 win to finish P4, and Esteban Ocon takes 1 win on the year to finish in P5. Ferrari win their 2nd consecutive Constructors title, but 4th of the simulation to finish in P1, followed by McLaren P2, Red Bull P3, Alfa Romeo P4, Haas P5, Mercedes P6, AlphaTauri P7, Alpine P8, Aston Martin P9, and Williams in dead last. There are no driver transfers as this is the end of simulation, and there is no regulation change as this is the end of the simulation. So with that being said, guys, let's get into the final stats for all 10 years. So here are your final stats for this simulation and Red Bull takes 6 World Constructors Championships, followed by Ferrari with 4. It was really just 2 teams dominating, which kind of sucks, but I mean, maybe I can mess with the settings soon and we'll get some better transfers and stuff. In terms of World Drivers Champions, Verstappen takes 6 World Drivers Championships. Charles Leclerc takes 4. I mean, it's really a 2-horse race. And it's even a 2-horse race in the wins department as Max Verstappen takes 85. Charles Leclerc took 75. Lando Norris took 18. Lewis Hamilton with 11. Fernando Alonso had 7 wins in the decade, which is kind of crazy. Carlos Sainz took 3. George Russell took 3. And your one-time winners of the decade are Sergio Perez, Liam Lawson, and Esteban Ocon. I hope you guys did enjoy this simulation. I believe if you're still watching, the next simulation, quick hint here, is going to be Monster Energy, so stay tuned for that. That being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe, share it with your friends, join my Discord, links in the description. And with that being said, guys, see you guys next time. Goodbye.